The national chairman of Labour Party was arrested. He was arrested for an allegation of attempted murder. Now, the question here is this. The Nigerian Police PRO said that he thinks the national chairman of Labour Party was in possession of firearm. But the national chairman of Labour Party has some security personnel, including police and DSS. So how come is he in possession of firearm? This will now bring us to why is it that the Nigerian security structures always come up with this statement when anyone is being arrested. And this is the reason why Nigerians no longer trust the Nigerian police, because at every now and then when somebody is being arrested, they always say this person is in possession of firearm. In as much as we are not to defend the national champ, but then it's still something that baffles everyone how he was in possession of firearm even with the presence of the Nigerian police and the DSS as his security personnel. Why is he still on firearm? In as much as he was released some days ago, it is worthy of note that especially when they talks about arresting somebody and coming with some such of frivolous allegation over those people to arrest. Talking about fighting corruption. Corruption in Nigeria is deep, and for you to navigate your way off corruption in Nigeria, the Nigerian political elite needs to be totally fumigated. Yes, we need to fumigate our political elites, the structure, everything, because there is no way you talk about fighting corruption in Nigeria and ending fraud in Nigeria without removing those political elites. They are the cause and they are the problem and they are the reason for every form of fraud in Nigeria. In 2019, during the presidential campaign, a bullion van was found in the current president of Nigeria's house, and questions were asked to the then chairman of the Efcc, Ibrahim Magu, but he couldn't answer those questions. Many people said, go ahead, arrest the national leader of the All Progressive Congress, but there was no arrest made, no questioning as to why a bullion van was found in his house. Remember that the current national security advisor, Rebado, was once the chairman of the Efcc, and he also made moves to even arrest the current president and even the Senate president for corruption allegations. But then those allegations is it that investigation were not done enough to either free them from those allegations and then let everybody be? There was no information as regards to what transpired between the EFCC and Bola Ahmed Tinubu as that time and the Senate president Godwin Akpabio as of the time there was an allegation of him embezzling money from the state accounts. But today, Godwin Akpabio is the Senate president of Nigeria. Bola Ahmed Tinubu is the president of Nigeria. New Rebado is the national security advisor to the president. This is so worrisome in a nation that is so endowed with natural resources that ought to be at the apex of global recognition and global economy. But unfortunately, is one of the most poorest nations in the world, which is filled with a lot of corruption and fraudulent activities. The EFCC yesterday made it known that they were able to arrest 50 students in Kwara and over 5 vehicles were seized from them. But you and me know that out of these 50 students, maybe it's only 10 that does Yahoo. The rest maybe even doing something legal, but maybe because of the fact that 1 or 2, they may just indict them. And this is a norm, the norm in Nigeria. Because why? If it no happen to you, you no go know. It has happened in the past where people were indicted for what they have never done or thought of, and then they have been they dehumanized them, they have been humiliated publicly, no fine, just a mere apology, not even a national apology in the first place, and nobody is being penalized for that effect. And again, they always go after young people. Like the chairman of the EFCC said that out of every 3 young Nigerians, 2 are or doing fraudulent activities, paraphrasing him. If that is true, then out of every 10 politicians, 9.9% of these politicians are criminals and should even be in jail. But what happened? They are scared. They are just like a toothless bulldog that cannot even go after politicians who are the one tarnishing the image of Nigeria and stealing the commonwealth of the country. But they run after little boys whom their destiny has been exchanged by the politicians, and as a result they find themselves doing what they are doing. Let's come to think about this. If there are jobs being created by the federal government and the state government, and we have industries and all of that booming in this country, how many youth will endanger themselves or indulge themselves in fraudulent activity? Nigerians travel out of the country and they do well, yes, no excuse to the fact that, yes, some few are always doing evil. And this is not to even say that people should go into fraudulent activities. This is not to support the fraudulent activities of some certain people, but this is to point out the fact that the Economic Financial Crime Commission was not established to fight Yahoo, but to fight corruption and to fight corruption. And who are those people? They set up for the politician, the civil servant in the country. But today, they are only after youths, not after the politicians. So what happened? Let's have your take at the comment section. What do you think about all these hig-haga from the EFCC and also the behavior of the Nigerian police force lately? Thank you for watching.